Hello traders, Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, your daily market update for Forex Gold. It is Wednesday, the 28th day of July, and this is the Daily Report. Forex Gold currently trading down nominally about $1 at 1161.93. Interesting candlestick pattern forming in the market today. We're going to talk about that. And after that incredible down day, breaking through that support of 1180, we want to see where the market wants to go at this point. But I will tell you this. The candlestick pattern that we're currently looking at is a doji. And for all of you who have been following my updates for some time, realize that that doji is an ultimate consolidation candle. It's also in the morning position. And one more candle, meaning a red candle or an update tomorrow, if this continues to maintain this doji status, in other words, it is still trading, would give us a very, very beautiful, strong candlestick pattern called a Three River Morning Star. You've got a variation of that here, and the reason I say variation is this body is kind of small or larger than I'd like to see it. However, as you can see, you get a black candle, you get a star in the morning position, then you get that following day with that nice red candle. That is a beautiful, beautiful example of a Three River Morning Star. It's an incredibly valid and strong bullish reversal indicator. Now, where do we think that this market's going? Well, when we look at a couple of support areas that we talked about yesterday, you'll notice that that 1160 is support based on some lows and tops that we had in the market. In terms of our Fibonacci numbers, and I'm going to put that up in a second, 1152 to 1154, right around there is that next level. So we are really, really close to that next level in our Fibonacci support. What I am looking at, and we're going to talk about it in today's report, is the fact that although it had broken through that 1180 area, I'm still looking for the same kind of corrective activity that we talked about before, but down one level. In other words, I'm still looking for this A wave here to come down. When we do have an indication that we're at a bottom, of course, I will look for a B wave and then our final C wave down to end this corrective phase. Traders, what we're looking at is twofold. First of all, I have put up our Fibonacci retracement area. Of course, it's 1154, 1155. That's our 50% retracement. We are trading above that currently. The other thing that I do want to look at is if I draw straight support and resistance lines from this bottom here and this bottom here, as well as this top right in here, you'll notice that right now my belief is for us to believe that we found some sort of support in this market, I need to see some active closes above these two areas right in here, which is approximately 1165, 1166. If it would form the Three River Morning Star, of course, you would have to get a close above that. Otherwise, I believe that our next area that we really need to look at is to see if the market does trade lower, how it reacts at 1155. And if it cannot hold that, and I believe that it has a very, very strong potential because we have technically so much history right in here for support. If we can go above this, I think that we will have resolved and finished this A wave. However, if not, the market really has its next real strong support level at around the 1128 area. And if we look at this bottom right in here and also this 1128, 1129 area, you notice that would be our next level of support. Of course, we will have to see how the market wants to react through this one area, but I always, whenever I see this type of a doji after a defined downtrend, which we've absolutely had right in this area, I'm always looking for that doji to signify that in fact we might have hit a bottom. And as you can see, you've got a doji right in here. You get dojis, this is an inverted hammer, and of course the beginning of that number one wave was that extremely long-legged doji. They are very, very prevalent not only throughout the market, but they're very, very good indicators of a one consolidation point. In other words, a point in which the market, which has been bearish, begins to move bullish. And kind of the way I look at it is it's the changing of the guards. It's a shift in power between the bears in this case and the bulls. The way I like to think of it is if you've got a train running down a track, it hits its stop and is going to reverse and go back to where it came from. The first thing it needs to do before it reverses and heads in the other direction is it does have to stop. My belief is the doji is our stop sign. So traders, what I've done is I've added a potential if we in fact would see some sort of support in this area. In other words, right above this 50% retracement. And as I said, when we draw a resistance line, we would need to see the market, of course, close above this. This is based on this wave 4's low that we had, and we got a red candle. That would give us our Three River Morning Star. This would be the confirming candle for that. If we have consolidation and it's just a breathing area, in other words, if the market is going to trade and go to this next level of support, we're going to see something completely different. And what we might be looking at is just as where we had this band here and then it dropped lower, another band or very narrow trading range and then drops lower, what we'll begin to see rather than a move back up, because I believe that if it's going to find support, it's not going to meander around this area. I believe that if it finds support, it should do it rather quickly within 2 or 3 days. If we start seeing a trade within this band here and this range here, then I think it's just going to be forming a scenario in which we see it have these alternating candles like we saw before, and then my belief would be that it would make a play and drop to this next level. So I think that these next couple of days are going to be very, very interesting in that they're going to give us some real insight as to whether the market tentatively finds a bottom and begins to move up, or if in fact it's going to meander and drift to find support at the next level, which is of course our 61% retracement level. In either case, what I am looking for, though, is once we do find support, call this our first wave A. If it finds support here, I believe that it's going to move up to around the 12-13 area. It's about 50% and nicely matches with 23%, and then go to our C wave. However, if it cannot find support, the other scenario is that it's going to go to the next level and conclude the A wave, of course, and then come back up somewhere around here and then move back down. In either case, I still believe that we are going to, once we do find a bottom in this area, we will get that B wave and then a final C wave down. This has been Gary Wagner with WFGForex.com, wishing you, as always, good trading. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.